Like, I'm looking at it and looking at me. Oh, Father, I'm waiting on you. I'm down here, Yah, waiting on you. Yeah. We're going to talk about, you can keep it going. Keep from these presumptuous sins. We're going to talk about false humility and self-righteousness. Well, at least get it started. Like, everybody's in? All right. Let me make sure I got some water because I don't think this is good for me. It's sparkling. There's no sugar in it though. Yeah. Hallelujah. Well, we're going to be talking about today and keep it going. We had I was looking forward to some more clean and unclean. We're gonna deal with them animals. But I'm patient. I'll be waiting. We're going to talk about keep me from these presumptuous sins. We're going to talk about false humility and self-righteousness. And of course, we're going to do a little review. Everybody should know the rules already. But I don't really go over rules, because I really want I like the banter. Because I'm not as structured as the other two Moors. They're pretty good at that. All right. So we're gonna review right quick, just quick little review, kind of catch up where we were. And again, we had the definition of meek, and it's a repeat, meekness and meek. And we all agreed that was a no-go, right? Enduring injuries and with patience and without resentments and just being a stepping stone for somebody. And that's what, the definition in the dictionary says in this current culture. And most people expect that those who have some type of relationship with the Most High are their Elohim should be very passive. That's what they've taught for many years in the Christian denomination. I don't like saying that because everybody's don't call themselves Christians, but that's what they taught, being that, and they look down at submissiveness as a bad thing. You to be humble or to be meek, you have to be deficient in spirit. That means you ain't got no drive and no get up and go about you. And that is not true. And when we look at the whole of Scripture, you get a better definition of that. We did that already. All right, so we say not. We also went over the definition of humble, not proud or haughty, not arrogant or assertive. That's not true. Assertiveness, you can be assertive. You should be assertive. But you're not haughty or arrogant. You know when to stand up for righteousness. You have to be assertive to stand up for righteousness, right? Reflected expression offered in the spirit of deference and or submission, which is not true. You don't have to kowtow, all right? Deference just means humble submission and respect. The definition is a little bit closer to the one in the scriptures, just a little bit. The Greek was paras, and we went over those words, just refreshing, gentle, meek, humble. And not being overly impressed by a sense of oneself. Get up caught in your, believing your own press. Everybody's telling you how wonderful you are, how great you are, how good you are. And then you walk around with the big head and they got you can't even get through the door. There ain't no room for nobody else. So you got to put those things aside. That's not humble. All right. So I did click the button, didn't I? I know I did. No, you did. Okay. Uh-oh. Everything should be good now. Try to click me over there. Did it freeze? Oh. I don't have one. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Ah, here we go. Anav. We went over the word anav. You know, it was the word meek shall inherit the land, you know, in Psalms 37 and 11. All right. It had a sense of humility, unpretentiousness, a quality of sincere and straightforward behavior. Some people don't know how to take people who are straightforward. So you see how the conflict, you know, with not being assertive. Some people just tell you what it is. If it's right or wrong, they just say it's right and wrong, and you didn't have to say it like that. You know, they might not have no, you say, tact. You know, but some people they're just straightforward when they're talking about things, and it's in humbleness, we should receive it. Because if you're a humble spirit, it should be teachable, right? It should be teachable. Humble also in the Nav means afflict. We're gonna be going over that coming up in Teruah, you know, and in Yom Kippurim, right? Oppressed and needy. Well, in most cases, you know, when you see the downtrodden or the people in the very poor conditions, they associated with them more than people who are in situations where they have some type of income or some type of social side. In America, everybody got a support system. Everybody get a check, pretty much. That money running out though. Okay. All right. So here we go. What is false humility? To understand what false humility is, we have to define what false is. Right? So what are some of the definitions of false? Fake. No, you know, everybody get a microphone today. You get a mic, you get a mic.
Fake is one of the definitions.
Fake, okay. Anybody else want to stab at it? All right, now Mama.
Something that is untrue.
Something's untrue. Keep going. Anybody
Not
else?
correct.
Not correct. Okay. I get one more. Michelle? Oh, you back there?
Fraudulent.
Fraudulent. Okay. We're gonna see if we can hit all those things. You know how we do. Got one in the house.
Misleading.
Misleading. Ah, good. All right. So the first definition out of the book, and I went to an old dictionary I had. I had when I was a kid. Yeah. So to pull it up, and I just wanted to look and see what it had, so I used that. Not corresponding to the truth or reality, not true, erroneous, incorrect, intentionally untrue, lying. Second definition, speaking falsely, not true, dishonest, deceitful. All right. Third definition, not faithful or loyal as to obligations, as to allegiances, as to vows. Don't know how to keep your word. All right. You're treacherous. Huh? You're perfidious. Yeah. Definition 4, being other than what is purported or proponent, apparent. Everybody can see that you're not what you're saying you are, but you still want to carry yourself as if you are. Assumed or designed to deceive. You're trying to put on airs, as they would say. Not genuine, not real. I always talk about, let's be real. You got to be real with each other. You can't grow. You can't really grow unless you're real. And when I say keep it real, that means not saying, well, this is just the way I am. Well, no, yeah, you might come in that way, but you should not stay that way if you're growing in the word, right? So yeah, you might be a little rough around the edges. And no, I'm not going to, I might not always like you when I see you coming. I'm like, oh, here you come. But if you keep coming and I keep doing what I'm supposed to do, eventually you start to see the change, the shine start coming through. The rough edges become smooth. So that which was counterfeit or official or a sham or what is forged or specious becomes genuine again. It becomes the real deal, the real genuine article. All right. And then the fifth one was the appearance is inconsistent with one's true character or intentions. And you notice the synonym? Faithless. So to be false is to not walk in faith. That's a Webster dictionary. I'm going to show you. Webster's third word, international dictionary. You know what I'm saying? I'm not international. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about the Hebrew now. And so we go to Exodus 20:16. We read it all every week. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. All right. Let's see if we're going to see if these words line up. All right. So what is this word here? Shakir, right? It means breach of faith, lie, liar, right? Deceit, the quality of being defraud, deception, a misleading falsehood, lie, also some miss one, deception, it causing someone to believe in untruth. We have to be careful with that. We have to be careful with that. A lie, a statement that deceives from or perverts the truth. All right, this is the Hebrew. Vanity, worthlessness. They have a lot of words in Hebrew for this. I covered a few of them, but it's a lot of words. The quality of being valueless or futile. Again, a liar, a person who has lied or who lies repeatedly. That's all they do is lie. They can't help themselves. When the truth would do, they rather tell a lie. All right. All right. So we see this also in Deuteronomy 19:16-19. Everybody should know this by heart pretty much. If a malicious witness arise to accuse a person of wrongdoing, then both parties to the dispute shall appear before Yahuah, before the priest and the judges who are in office in those days. The judges shall inquire diligently, and if the witness is a false witness, Shakor, right, and has accused his brother falsely. No, they don't do that. I know we don't do it. Nobody in here I know. Yeah. Then you shall do to him as he had meant to do to his brother, and you shall purge the evil from your midst. So the same fate he wanted for that person through his scheming and plotting falls upon them. We also see the same word here in Proverbs 17:4. An evildoer listens to wicked lips. An evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar gives ear to mischievous tongues. When they got people plotting and planning and scheming, and you all in the middle of the gossip, and you love what's going on, you got to be in the connect. You get upset when you're not. You might want to check yourself. Might want to check yourself. All right. The next word we're going to look at is found in Exodus 20:7, which was interesting, right? So you shall not take the name of Yahuah Elohim in vain. This has to do with false. For Yahuah will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. And this is the word. Worthless. Taking his name is making it worthless, futile, inconsequential, unrestrained, false, destruction, using it like a magic word. Yahuah gonna do it. We're gonna get to it. All right. Vanity, worthlessness, the quality of being valueless or futile. Falseness, the state of being false or untrue. Valueless thing, vanity, something that has absolutely no value. Do we treat Yahuwah's name like that? Just be throwing it around? Huh? Acting like it, or saying it don't matter? Huh? Worthlessness, having no quality that would render it valuable or useful. Worthless one, someone who is of no worth, especially in regards to righteous behavior. That ain't Yahuwah. I know you're talking about my father. All right. So we also find this word here in Psalms 193:12. They speak against you with malicious intent. Your enemies take your name in vain. Not only the Father's name, but they can take your name in vain. Huh? They dragging you through the mud. They're taking your name is your what? Your reputation. Huh? There you go. Did we cover that? They're taking your reputation and it's going to drag it through the mud. In Jeremiah 18:50, it says, but my people have forgotten me. They make offerings to false mighty ones. They made them stumble in their ways, these false mighty ones, them following after them, and in the ancient roads, and to walk into side roads. In other words, they got off the beaten path, and not the highway. Did they talk about that highway? They say a highway shall be there. Isaiah 35:8. Get sidetracked because we got other things on our heart. All right. Psalms 26:4. I do not sit with men of falsehood, nor do I consult with hypocrites. Do you? Yeah. You know who pretended. Yeah. You know who they are. All right. The next word we're going to find, and you've seen that same word before, but we're not going to go back there. Malicious witness, Psalms 35:11. Malicious witness rise up. They ask me of things that I do not know. In other words, when they're trying to get you caught up, they're going to ask you questions to try to trip you up, to make you to confess to something or admit to something that you didn't. Man, I don't know. So that's why our words got to be few. You slow to speak, quick to listen. All right. So the word there is head. That's the word for witness in general, but it's connected to the malicious witness, a type of witness, a witness who wishes evil against the person being testified against. I don't like you. I'm going to make sure I'm going to find something and twist it to my advantage. All right. And other than that, it's just generally a witness legal, a witness in an event or report what's happening, a moral witness, just proof, factual evidence, testimony, evidence, it's all connected. It's a legal term. All right. We find this word also in Exodus 23:1. And you shall not spread a false report. Now, how many times you see this all throughout the Tanakh? You see this all throughout the Torah. You shall not spread a false report. You shall not join hands with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. When I join your hand, what does that mean? I agree. I'm in agreement. We should take this joker down. What you say he did? Oh, I know he did that. I'm a co-sign for it. Yeah. I'm a co-sign for it. All right, let's keep going. And Micah 1, 2, and 3. Hear you peoples, all of you, pay attention, O earth, and all that is in it, and let the Adon Yahuwah be a witness against you. So now Yahuwah is a witness. Can I get a witness against you? Yahuwah hit from his set apart temple. For behold, Yahuah is coming out of his place and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. And when he get down here, Micah 35, 3 and 5, Malachi 3 and 5. Then I will draw near to you for judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerer. What's a sorcerer? People that do magic, they try to manipulate, huh? And they're using Yahuah's name. Huh? They're using Yahuah's name to try to make it happen. Using Yahuah's name. Not just outside. You got to realize he's talking to his people. He's not talking to another nation. He's talking to us. You know, I'm going to put his name on a special bag, and I'm going to put some herbs in it, and I'm going to put some stones in it, and I'm going to wear it around my neck as a talisman, and that's going to align me and keep me right, and I'm going to get the corona. I'm just making something up, but, you know, people might be doing it. I don't know. Some people might be doing it. I don't know. Against the adulterer, he's going to witness against them, and he's going to witness against those who swear falsely, those false, malicious witnesses, against those who oppress the hired worker in his wages. If somebody does some work for you, pay them. Don't stiff them. Don't find a reason why you can't pay them. Why they can't find you. Before you was answering your phone. Now you don't answer your phone. You know what I'm saying? Now I go straight to voicemail. I'm looking for my money. All right. The widow, the fatherless, and against those who thrust aside the sojourners. Now, we're going to talk about More pointed something out to me, and I said, man, that's interesting. He was talking about giving and he was talking about a Torah portion, about tithing and stuff like that. And he brought something out about this, who it was really for and what it was when you withhold these things, you know, how it's supposed to be and who's supposed to benefit from it, right? So you're not looking for something for yourself, but you're looking for something for others, for the nation as a whole. That's what it's for, all right? And do not fear me, says Yahuah of hosts. All right, but we're gonna touch on it one day. Maybe he'll do it. Oh my goodness, man. All right. Yahu 48:10 brings out another one. Cursed is he who does the work of Yahuah with slackness. What does that mean? And accursed is he who keeps back his sword from bloodshed. What? I might have to pull out the gat and mow somebody down? Huh? When it's time when he said, take them out, and you're talking about, well, you know, I'm gonna have a little mercy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a little mercy. But he said, cursed is he who is slack in doing his work. So the word there is Ramah, right? Rima. Slack, loose, slackly, negligent. Slackness. Treacherous, fraud, deception. My mind is indolence. It says deceit, the quality of being fraudulent. Lackness, the quality of being lack and negligent. Are we negligent in our working for Yahuah? Do we get lazy, slothful? Maybe don't want to follow the instruction the way he said, or don't feel, because sometimes he gives us personal instruction, right? He tells you, like, you want you to get up at a certain time, do certain thing, and you started out strong. Yeah, it was a good idea. But the thing is, you done said Yahuah said. Huh? See, that's what we get in trouble at. Yahuah said this and Yahuah said that, and then you start off strong in it, and then it falls off. Yahuah told me to do this and Yahuah told me to do that. You start off a little strong, and then you done fade it off. You know, you never come back and say, Yahuah says it's time to stop. He changed his mind. Yahuah gave me this and Yahuah gave me that. Cursed is he who does the work of Yahuah with slackness. When he gives us a responsibility, when he gives you your assignment, you have to be faithful unto when? To the end, not till I get tired. He said, a lazy person, this is dealing with falseness. Now, remember, we're defining false. These are associated with falseness. A lazy person, a person who is disinclined to work or exert themselves. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going. It's not for me. Oh, we're gonna see something later on that was very interesting. I'm telling you, the juices. The Most High put this together. I gotta say that out loud because I didn't have a thing. Characterized by avoiding responsibility and working out. And he was talking to me. Lackadaisical self. Procrastinating. Putting things off and putting things off and putting things off, and then got to work twice as hard to catch it up. You're going to work until it's done, but you didn't have to work that hard. You could have just did it a little bit at a time. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, a warning against slackness. Now, the Syrian king Ben-Hadad was boasting against Yahuah, and amassed a great army and made up of other nations. We're going to see that again. You know, you're going to be gathering nations to fight against Yahuah and his army. And Yahuah gives instructions to Ahab via a certain prophet to take him out. He tells him, I want him gone, all of them. Kill them all. And all that is with him, promising him victory. Ahab goes out to fight with a few people. Now you got to realize he's got all the Syrian army and the other kings and their armies with them. They lost on the mountaintop, the hilltops, and they say, well, Yahuah, their Elohim, is the Elohim of the hills. We got to fight them in the plain. So he said, oh, really? So he said, don't take that many. So he had a little few sheep and few goats out there, shepherds and things, and they said, oh, we got him now. He came out with a myriad, entourage. All right? And he wins, but instead of doing what Yahuah had commanded him, he let the king live. Sounds familiar? That's what we do. That's what our leaders do. We ain't got no leaders right now. Got a lot of people trying to be the leader, but we're going to see that later. All right, let's look at this warning against slackness. So when Yahuah gives you an assignment, he tells you to do something, you better follow through. All right, 1 Kings 20, 35 to 44. At the command of Yahuah, a certain member of a company of the prophets said to another, strike me. But the man refused to strike him. Then he said to him, because you have not obeyed the voice of Yahuah. Now, this man told him to strike, say, hit me in the face, right? He said, I'm not doing that. He said, because you refuse to obey the voice of Yahuah, as soon as you have left me, a lion will kill you. And when he had left him, a lion met him and killed him. See, if that stuff was happening, I don't know. No, even if the stuff was happening, we'd still be doing foolishness. I don't care how wonderful Yahuah gets and how awesome and terrible he shows himself, we'll get used to it and he fall right back into the old way, right? But this is interesting. Just follow along with me. He had found another man and said, strike me. So the man hit him and struck him and wounded him. It was for a purpose, right? Then the prophet departed and waited for the king along the road, disguising himself with a bandage over his eyes. As the king passed by, he cried to the king and said, your servant went out to the thick of the battle, Then a soldier turned and brought a man to me and said, guard this man. Now I'm going to get to that. And he said, if he is missing, your life shall be given for his life, or else you shall pay a talent of silver. Now, you done heard the start of the story, right? Was he going to the thick of the battle? No. This is subterfuge. This is hyperbole. He's trying to get him, he's doing this to get a message across to him. The man is Yahuah. And he gave instruction to his servant. All right, let's keep going. And while the servant was busy here, and while your servant was busy here and there and doing other things, he was gone. He got away. And the king of Israel said to him, so shall your judgment be. You yourself have decided. We are so quick to pronounce judgment on others for the same thing that we're doing. He was quick, just like Dawood was quick. When he came to come in there talking about that little ewe lamb, the man, poor man, he only had one little ewe lamb, David getting hot. And again, it's the same situation, right? He's hyperbole. He's using a story, and he made it authentic by getting struck over the head so he can believe him. Because it was a message in it for him. Yahuah had assigned him to that. That's what he told him to do. Other than that, no lion would have killed the brother. Once he told him, he said, man, it's because you won't hear hearken to Yahuah. I'm telling you to hit me. I'm not telling you to hit me. Yahuah's telling you to hit me. All right, we keep going. Sometimes you be thinking people lying. They lying when they're really trying to get a message to you. From a higher purpose. Then he quickly, 41, then he quickly took the bandage away from his eyes. The king of Israel recognized him as one of the prophets. And then he said to him, thus says Yahuah, because you have let the man go whom I devoted to destruction, I told you to get rid of them, but he won't have mercy. The man came in sackcloth and ashes and said he could put a belt around his way. He came over there and said, you heard y'all, he's merciful. Your brother liveth. Yeah, your brother liveth. Yahuah said, don't deal with them no more. When Yahuah tell you to cut something off, you better cut it off. If you don't let it go, you're going. And he says, therefore your life shall be for his life. The same words. Life for life. And your people for his people. You're going into captivity. Ahab, you're going to die. And what you knew as your kingdom, they all going to go to the people. And the king of Israel set out towards home, resenting and snarling, and came to Samaria. He was upset. He was mad. There's ain't nothing he could do about it. He's right. I didn't obey Yahuah. And that's how you got to understand it. Yahuah don't play with his leaders. They don't get too many chances. They get some chances, they get a chance, and then after some, you're going to strike the rock instead of speak to it? I told you to speak to it. I didn't tell you to strike no rock. Stop asking me about no promised land. I ain't talking to you about no promise. Man, don't say it one more time. I'm here. Come on up here. Look over there. You see that? That's all that land you're not going to go over to. You're going to stay right up on this mountain. I told you to kill everybody, Shaul. You come back while here bleeding in my ears. Why? Because he said sacrifice, right? Obedience is better than sacrifice. All right. Hallelujah. All right, that was a sidebar. Here we go. So in Psalms 101, 6 and 7, he said, I will look with favor on the faithfulness in the land, and the faithful in the land. I'm going to look with favor on them, that they may dwell with me. He who walks in the way that is blameless shall minister, which means serve, right? Serve to me, minister to me. No one who practices deceit, this falseness, this lackadaisicalness, this slackness. I can't trust you with little things. How can I trust you with great big things? You can't be faithful to the one thing you do. He's talking to me, y'all. He's talking to me. Here I am behind the plow. I'm tired. You know, Father, give me strength. I can't just go sit down somewhere. I'm not coming. I'm not going. I'm not doing that. I don't care. Somebody else get it. I'm not doing it. And he told me what to do. I have my assignment. You have your assignment. Right? All right. No one who practices this slackness, this deceit, this slothfulness, this laziness shall dwell in my house. No one who utters lies, the same word, these lies, these lazy, these excuses shall continue before my eyes. Proverbs 12 and 21. The hand of the diligent will rule. If you think you're going to do something in Yahuah's kingdom, he's going to give you greater, and you was lazy and shiftless and didn't want to commit to nothing and couldn't be with nobody and can't work with nobody. Everybody get on your nerves. We can't get along. Always can't stay nowhere. Got to hop from building to building, assembly to assembly, constantly moving. I'm just going to do it online. Got an assembly right down the street, round the corner. You think you're going to give you rulership? Now, I understand the babies. I'm talking to the leaders. Huh? While the slothful will be put to forced labor, you're going to work. And it ain't going to be by your choice. Talking about that slave labor. Huh? And all you're going to get is some food, some clothes, and a place to sleep. All right. All right. False in the Greek. How do we say that? You got it's like you just pseudos. We say pseudis. Yeah, pseudis. Untrue, erroneous, and deceitful, wicked, false, liar. Are we lining up? Everything's lining up, kind of, right? From where we started, right? I don't think I missed none. Let's see. I got a verse here. Let's see. Revelations 28, 21 and 8. One of my favorite verses. I always quote this to remind myself. But as for the cowardly, I'm scared. I know he told me to go out. I know he told me to do this. Really, I believe, but I'm scared. The coward, the faithless, the detestable. As for the murders and the sexually immoral, that's easy. That's low-hanging fruit. Murderers, sexually immoral, the sorcerers, the idolaters. What do we consider an idolatry? Did we went over that? What the idol is, right? Putting things before the Most High. Constantly putting objects and people and jobs and everything else before him. And then want him to bless it. All right. And all who? Liars, the one of the true, the erroneous, the deceitful, the wicked. And it ties back to the same words. All right. This is a Sodomia, right? Sodomai, middle voice, say, okay. To utter an untruth, it came to the same thing, attempt to deceive by falsehood, false lying. Yahuah ain't gonna deal with no falseness. He's not gonna deal with it. And 1 John 1, 5-7. I love this. This is the message we have heard from him and proclaimed to you, that Elohim is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. Now, it's important to remember that. What is darkness? So it's the opposite of light. So if light is one thing, what is light? The Torah is the light, right? I'm just doing what hey. There ain't no lie. That's what the books had. If we say we have fellowship with him while we walk in darkness, he knows my heart. I have an arrangement with the man upstairs. We good. He understands me. I understand him. And he don't have no darkness in him. And you're not connected to his light. How can you say that you're fellowshipping with him while you're walking in darkness? He might be calling to you to come out of darkness. He said he called us out of darkness into what? To the marvelous light. And said, what a great light it was. Okay. We lie when we say that. We're false. We're untrue. We deceive. And do not practice the truth. Not applying nothing. Might have heard something. Might be on service every week. 2, 3, 4, 5 service. But you taking and picking and choosing and cherry picking this and doing this. I'm going to take this part. I kind of agree with this one. I kind of agree with that one. This Maurice sounds good. I like him. You don't even realize you got itching ears. You don't even realize you got itching ears. Just running around. Buffet. Mm-hmm. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. You can't, the reason you can't fellowship with me on any consistent basis or and you got a problem with me, I just can't stand him. I can't stand him. But I'm the same way with you every time. I'm glad to see you, but you put it on for me. Hey, brother. And so like, man, I can't stand that dude. We ain't got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't appreciate me for my uniqueness, but I appreciate you for your uniqueness. You ain't gonna do it like I do it. You know, we're supposed to be unique. Huh? Look at the cherub, look at the seraphim, the cherubim. Head of an ox, eagle, man. Huh? And looking, I mean, come on. All this symbolic stuff. Why would he do something like that? He wants uniqueness. The first thing he made the cockroach. What use is that? The fly, the gnat, the platypus. All these unique creatures, the octopus, the squids. He wants the uniqueness, but we don't want to have a problem with it. He said, we have fellowship with one another when we walk in the light, and the blood of Yahushua, his son, cleanses us from all the transgressions of the law. Keep going. Another word, final word, pseudos, a falsehood, a lie, lying, right? 2 Thessalonians 2, 9, 12. The coming of the lawless one. Everybody's on edge. I heard a young lady, she was crying boo-hoo, you know, because of this thing. They're taking this back. They're taking this jab. And they crying. They lost. They gone. She already know it. I'm like, man, you know the mind of the Most High? No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta say, okay, if you say so. You say her family was gone. The coming of the lawless one is by the activity of Shaitan with all power and false signs and wonders. There's going to be some wonderful things that's going to be happening after a while, if we live to see it. And all the wicked deceptions for those who are perishing. Everybody that's perishing gonna run to it, gonna believe it, gonna be like, this is the real deal. We've been waiting. I knew he was real. I knew he was real. because they refused to love the truth. If you don't know what the truth is, that deception is going to take you over. So to be saved. Therefore, Elohim sent them a strong delusion so that they may believe what is false, in order that all may be condemned who did not believe the truth, that had pleasure in unrighteousness. You love this. You say the wicked love the darkness because their deeds are what? Evil. And it won't come to the light. I feel good. I know what's going on. I know what's popping. I know what's cracking out here. You know, but me and the man upstairs, we got it going on. He know me, I love him. And I respect, much respect. All right. 1 John 2, 20, 23. But you have been anointed by the set apart one, and you all have knowledge. See, I write to you, not because you do not know the truth, but because you know it, and because no lie is of the truth. Instead of the truth is the lie. It's false. It's false. Who is the liar but he who denies that Yahushua is Hamashiach? This is important. You say, I just put the definition in. I didn't put the Antichrist. I say, this is one who opposes Mashiach. When you see this, somebody that's opposing Mashiach, he's against it. They says, he who denies the Father and the Son. You deny one, you deny the other. You deny one, you deny the other. Huh? They're one. They're in unity, Akkad. He said, you see me, you see him, you see him, you see me. You deny me, you deny him. You deny him, you deny me. Danger. But I don't believe in the Brit Hadashah, so don't worry. All right. He who denies the Father and the Son. No one who denies the Son has the Father. So I don't know what you're doing. Oh, I do. You're doing what he said we do. These are the mighty ones. And we just stick Yahuah name on it. We stick Yahuah. We stick Yahushua. We stick something else. Tag it. That's hashtag this, hashtag that. Whoever confesses the Son has the Father also. You either believe it or you don't. I'm just talking. I'm just, because this applies to me. This is what I have to follow by. This is the only instructions I got. I believe endurance, the patience of the saints. All right. Romans 1, 24 to 5, same word. Therefore, Elohim gave them, say, I don't know why, look. You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. Therefore, Elohim gave up in the lust of their hearts to impurity, to the dishonoring of their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about Elohim for falseness, for a lie. They knew the truth, but they just said, I don't want truth. I don't want that. No, I know what he said, but he don't really mean like that. It's been so long. It's been, how long it's been? They've been saying he's coming back and just saying this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Huh? Yeah, now they got this new thing coming, new thing here, new thing there. Oh yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. Now we get more and more fractured. Huh? Every time we turn, every year I've been in, more and more fractured. More and more divided. Like Yahuah pleased with that. But he already knows what's going on. He said a remnant. All right, let's keep it going. Who worship and serve the creature rather than the creator, who is blessed forever. Okay. False humility. I'm not worthy. Oh, shucks. What about me? You mean me? No. Go on. No, stop. No, don't stop. Stop. No. Worship me. Praise me. We're going to talk about this. False humility is a twisted form of pride. Worship me. Oh, I'm just a humble servant. So wonderful. All right. I'm not worthy. All right. So we got this little chart here. We're gonna revisit this again. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm gonna read it. Here we go. Now, pride has two sides. You got your false humility, you got your pride. And in the middle, there's true humility. All right. So false humility, I'm going to read false humility, and I'm going to read pride, and I'll just read true. I'm going to read one another, blah, blah, blah. False humility, think poorly of oneself, low self-esteem, feels inferior. Pride, vainglory, being conceited, feeling superior and arrogant. Two extremes. Two extremes. Now, you might not say that because you'll walk around and say, you might not say nothing to nobody. Nobody knows you have a self-esteem issue because you don't feel worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I don't feel like I'm good enough to do something for Yahuah. You know, and it's not, and it's your feeling. All right, okay. Self-defeating mindset and poor self-image, evaluating one's too negative. Sometimes we're too hard on ourselves about things. I'm a failure. I'm worthless. I can't do anything right. No one likes me. I don't know why nobody liked me in the assembly. Why everybody against me? Okay, let's keep on. Self-conceited, pride side, thinking too highly of oneself, an exaggerated opinion or exalted view of oneself. I am the greatest. I am good. They can't do nothing without me around here. Huh? If I wasn't here, nothing would go on. Couldn't do nothing. Got to come to a stop. Oh, okay. Keep thinking that way. Most High will put you in the ground. And guess what? And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. It was here when you got here. It's going to be here after you're gone. All right? Tendencies to be false humility. We're going back to that side. Tendencies to be self-disparaging or to belittle oneself, to be self-deprecating around others, excessive modest, due to feeling inferior, useless, or unworthiness. Yeah, no. You know, but I'm just trying to find that balance, right? Let's look at the pride side. Vanity, can't do no better than me. Can you see me? Excessive display and boasting in one's appearance, qualities, abilities, and achievements. I did this, I did that, I've done this, I can do this, I can do that. And then somebody try to get you to do something, you can't. Yes. Pleasure is all yours. All right. Preoccupied with anxious concerns for oneself, can't focus on others. Always worried about you. What people say about you, what you doing, what's going on. Mimi, how I look, what's going on. Then on the other side, self-centered, self-seeking, and selfish, concerned chiefly only with yourself and your achievements or advantage. What can I get out the deal? To the exclusion of others. Not thinking nobody but you. If I don't get nothing out of it, she ain't got to worry about me being there. Am I on the program? Huh? Yeah? Am I gonna be, you gonna call my name? Am I getting an award or something? Okay. Keep going. All right. People pleaser, false humility, does whatever others want regardless of what is the prudent or right thing to do. Just bow down, to the point where you neglect, because you don't feel like, I'm just glad to be a part. I'm glad they want me around. I'm glad. Yeah. Whatever you need me to do, whatever you need me to do, whatever you need to do. Not no balance, not even thinking about setback. Does that make sense to you to do that? They're asking you to do something, you're not even thinking about what they're asking you to do. You're not challenging it. Why do you want me to do that? What do we need that for? You're not asking any questions, you're just doing. All right. The other side, selfish ambition and the drive to get ahead of others at their expense. I'm going to walk on you. I'm going to use you to get where I want to go. You're my stepping stone. I'm going to keep you close to me because I need you to get where I want to go. But as soon as I get there, adios, amigo. Huh? Arrivederci. Au revoir. Timid, false humility, timid or insecure, lacking in self-assurance, too afraid to take initiative, afraid to speak up or be assertive when needed. You have the ability, remember I told you, humility. You have the ability, you have the talent, you're gifted to do a thing that Yahuah has charged you with. But because of your own, I don't want to seem like I'm blowing my own horn, But somebody asks, well, I don't know. No confidence. They point at you, I want you, because they see something in you. Don't be afraid to say, to be grateful for the Most High, because it's an honor he's giving you. He honors us with position. He honors us. He's giving us these gifts for his benefit. All right, here we go. Let's go. I'm at here. Okay, domineering, pride. Domineering, overbearing, too demanding, too opinionated, too outspoken, too assertive. Got to take charge in every situation. Your opinion don't matter. You heard what I said. Well, I say what I said, and that's what it's going to be. They just walk in and the organization's been going forever. Now, when they come in, we're going to change everything. False humility, overly dependent on what others think. Lack prudence to think and judge rightly. Discernment. The other side, pride, treat others as inferiors and unworthy of your care and concern. I'm not even worried about you. False humility, fear of correction. I don't want to get in no trouble. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. I don't want them to say, because if I do this, he jumped on me one time, and all he did was get your correction or made to let you know what was going on, so that you can correct yourself. I don't like that. I want to just sit in the back and sit in the corner and don't, and be out of the way. All right, let's keep on. All right. Feedback. Don't you offer your feedback because of low self-worth and poor self-image. You don't think you have anything to say. The other side is pride. Unteachable, refuses correction, resists feedback. You can't tell me nothing. I got this down. I've been doing this before you was out your mama. You still got pablum on your breath. How you gonna tell me? My shoes ain't untied and I'm tripping on myself. All right. True humility. Let's go down there. Lowly of heart, not arrogant or boastful, ready to serve and teachable. I'll help. When you're a part of something, your voice matters. With your opinion, your experience, you're valued. Yahuah values you. He values each member of his family. And the way he values us, we should value each other. We are to look more highly on each other than we do ourselves, in the sense of that, I really like the way you do it. And he said, no, I really like the way you do it. And you're like, yeah. But you're really good at this. And you're like, yeah. But I'm better at this. So you do the things that you're better at. And this person does the things they're better at. And guess what? The whole thing runs. But when I try to step into his shoes or he trying to step in my lane, accidents. All right, let's go. Self-forgetfulness, selflessness. This is true humility. Self-forgetfulness, selflessness, not self-centered, not fearful about what others think of you, or preoccupied with self-concern. I'm just doing my job. I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I mean. Appreciate the uniqueness. You don't have to be like, everybody got their spot. This is the body. The hand, the eyes, the legs, the nose, the ears. This is a body. Appreciate it. My arm is not worried about my leg. It's just doing its function. But when it needs it, the leg starts to move. All right. Balanced view of self and good understanding of personal strength and weakness and one's role and position in the wider community and society. Self-giving and self-sacrificing for the sake of others in order to help, encourage, serve, and care for others. Lowly of heart, treats everyone with respect, care, and concern, regardless of their status, position, or worthiness, not playing favorites. No cliques, not mine. This is my little group here. Others focused, other focused, mindful of others' interests and concerns, and ready to put aside personal preference to serve others. Servant's heart, ready to serve others wholly for their good without seeking personal gain. Teachable, receptive to receiving correction, training, and feedback. That's what we're striving for. Sometimes we fall on this side, and sometimes we fall on this side, but the objective is to get down the middle. I fall on the false humility side sometimes. I do. Fall on the prideful side sometimes. Correction. Teachable. Because we're not flawless, but we're striving for perfection, right? Following the pattern of Mashiach. All right, let's keep moving. Am I taking too long? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Overly righteous, hold on, I didn't ask. Anybody got any questions? I'm moving. Go ahead.
Earlier on, we talked about assertiveness.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Wow. When's a good time to be assertive?
When somebody's trying to convince you to do wicked. When they're trying to push you off your conviction, trying to manipulate you. Anybody else got something else? Oh, yeah.
I would also share that, being a servant, when Yah tells you to be a servant, there are times where Yah's sending you to do something and he's asking you to serve to help that person out. There are times where you went through something and your experience, now you got to be a servant to that person and get them where you are. But the other side is you don't want to be a type of servant that's gullible.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? You don't want to be that servant that's always doing this and getting your head kicked in every time because you didn't use some type of wisdom or discernment.
Mm-hmm. Outstanding. Overly righteous, overly wicked. Ecclesiastes 7:15-22. In my vain life, I've seen everything, the preacher said. There is a righteous man who perishes in his righteousness. Lazarus was a righteous man, but he was a pauper, begging crumbs from the rich man's table. Okay, thought I put that on your mind. And there is a wicked man who prolongs his life in his evil doing. Be not overly righteous and do not make yourself too wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Thinking that I gotta walk this tightrope of a thing, and if I do this, and if anybody see me, because now you're into false humility, overly righteous. I don't do this and I don't do that. I'm trying to keep the commandments of the Most High Yah. I said, we all here trying to keep the commandments of the Most High Yah, right? Everybody everywhere is trying to keep the commandments, so you're not better than them and then anybody else. Every Hebrew that calls on the name of Yah is trying to keep the commandments of the Most High Yah. They might not be getting everything right, but then if you, damn, that ain't right. That ain't right. Now you're making yourself overly righteous. Right? Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Got a comment in the house.
So just so they get it, there's a different word that says that do not make yourself too wise. And it's not talking about Yah making you wise. It's not talking about his word making you wise. It's those that they start reading their own books and trying to do things, make themselves wise, and then their wisdom starts to destroy them and starts to go over the wisdom of Yah.
Your own understanding. Say what? Lean not. But that's what happens, right? Because that's why we all suddenly talking about we can't eat no meat. Okay. All right. Moving on. Do not be overly wicked. Be not overly wicked. Neither be a fool. Why should you die before your time? Why should you die before your time? It is good that you have taken hold of this, and from that withhold not your hand, for the one who fears Elohim shall come out from both. So whether side you follow, did he not call you out of the world when you were being wicked? And when you find yourself at times being above everyone else, he knows how to humble you, bring you low. And then you realize I was so wrong. And you repent, and you're grieved in your heart, and you're changed. So there's hope on both sides. All right. Wisdom gives strength to the wise man more than 10,000 rulers who are in a city. Surely there is not a righteous man on earth who does good and never sins. Anybody here without sin? Okay. All right. We're striving. You're striving for sure. Because sometimes, do not take to heart all the things that people say. Don't take to heart everything somebody says to you, puffing you up or even putting you down. Least you hear your servants cursing you. You thought they liked you. I thought you really liked me. I just found out so-and-so can't stand my guts. Your heart knows how many times you yourself have cursed others. Your heart knows. You know how many times you done said something about somebody. Okay, move on. Moving on. Yep. Self-righteous persons always justify their wrong. Always justify their wrong. Self-righteous person. Sirach 32, 14, 17. Whosoever fears Yahuah will receive his discipline, and they will seek him early and find favor. He that seeks the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. As soon as you say the word says, I know what the word says. You ain't got to tell me. Oh, okay. They that fear Yahuah shall find judgment and shall kindle justice as a light. A sinful man will not be reproved, but find an excuse according to his will. I'm going to justify what I'm doing. and said, look at his right here in the word. Like the old man told me years ago, man, the Bible says, eat, drink, and be merry. That's all he needed, brown paper bag. Yeah. That's the only thing he learned. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. Let's listen to what this says. Psalms 50, 16, 22. But to the wicked, Elohim says, this is what Elohim is saying to the wicked, what right have you to recite my statutes or to take my covenant on your lips? Huh? Ain't doing nothing I say do, but want to clout like you know the word. Huh? Got it on you with the Pharisees, Sadducees, huh? Then they see the sin of Moses, huh? Knew the word, doing absolutely none of it. All right. For you hate discipline and you cast my words behind you. If you see a thief, you are pleased with him, and you keep company with adulterers. You give your mouth free rein for evil. You say whatever you want to whoever you want, whenever you want, and your tongue frames deceit. You plot and plan and say, hey, say this, say that, do this, do that. Watch this. And sit and speak against your brother. You slander your own mother's son. These things you have done, and I have been silent. You thought that I was one like yourself. But now I rebuke you and lay the charge before you. Mark this, then who will forget Elohim? Lest I tear you apart and there be none to deliver. Talking to the nation. Huh? He said, I'll take this kingdom from you and give it to somebody else. None of the sons will get it. Nobody. You just looking at, you be back out in the fields. All right, we're almost done here. All right, good practice. Good practice. This is just advice. Good practice. Sirach 7, 1 through 17. Do no evil, and evil will never overtake you. Stay away from wrong, and it will turn away from you. It doesn't sound like Shaul. Huh? Flee fornication, run from this, stay away from that. Do not sow in the furrows of injustice. In other words, always trying to get other people in trouble. And you will not reap the sevenfold crop. And you're trying to figure out why all this problem in your life. All right. And do not seek do not seek from Yahuah high office. Don't be that ambitious. If he's going to elevate you, he'll elevate you. David was in the sheep field, minding his own business. Huh? Wasn't thinking about no Jerusalem. He loved Yahuah. He's out there doing his job as a shepherd, chasing off bears and lions. Huh? Then he called him, you got another son? Call him up here. And the oil started to flow. Then from that moment on, guess what he did? He became faithful to what Yahuah had signed. And he wasn't even king. And he was loyal to every step of the way. All right. He said, are the seat of honor from the king. Don't be trying to get in position. I need to get close to you because you got to connect. I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to do this, because I want to be elevated. I want to see me. I got to be seen. Hey, we're gonna give our proceeds when we sell our land. Baby, look, just give me half of that. They're not gonna know. Tell them 9 to 5. You conspired to lie. The feet of the men that brought your husband out coming to get you. Do not assert your righteousness before Yahuah. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to stop right there. Do not assert your righteousness before Yahuah or display your wisdom before kings. I'm going to show you how smart I am. I'm gonna show you how righteous I am. Most High, you know me. But let's look at what assert is. I just want to put this word out there real quick. Boom. All right, a state or declaring positively and often forcefully and aggressively about your position with Yahuah. To demonstrate the existence of, to postulate or assert oneself to speak or act in a manner that compels recognition before Yahuah. Yahuah, you hear me talking to you, right? I'm calling on your name. I'm declaring, and I'm, you will. You got to honor your word, y'all. You hear me down here praying. I told you, I called you. You said, commanding me, and I will. Try me. It's in the word, it's in the word, it's in the word. All right. All right. Assert. Assert implies stating confidently without need of proof or regard of evidence. Yahuah told me, like I said before, Yahuah told me. He said, so I'm doing, and you do it for a little while. Then you change. Something happens. It don't agree with you no more. All right. Let's keep moving. I want to make that plug. So it says, it suggests that we don't assert our righteousness before Yahuah. Like, I've been keeping your laws, statutes, and commandments and honoring your word most high. You're supposed to be blessing me when I come in and bless me when I go out. When I call upon the name of Yahuah. All right. We're going to get more into that. We're going to get more into that. I told you about that sorcery. You're trying to smooth him, trying to manipulate him, trying to fleece him. If he tells you to ask for something, 9 times I think you're scared to ask. Just like everybody else, ask me what you want. Isaiah, ask me. Ask me for something. Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do then. All right. Do not seek to become a judge, or you may be unable to root out injustice because you done got in the bed with the wrong people, and they done say they done prepared for this. They done gave you gifts, you done took all kinds of things, and now how can you tell them no? You may be partial to the powerful, and so mar your integrity. Commit no offense against the public, and do not disgrace yourself from among the people. Watch how you act in public. Watch how you carry yourself. You represent the Most High. Do not commit a sin twice. Not even for one will you go unpunished. I tell the Most High, I say, if I gotta pay for something, let me pay for it down here. I don't be standing in line talking about to the left. Yeah. Do not say he will consider the great number of my gifts. I'm so talented. I done gave all these offerings and I done did this. And when I make an offering to the Most High Elohim, he will accept it. He ain't even studying you. Do not grow weary when you pray. Do not neglect to give alms. Alms is not only to the poor. Alms is to wherever you are. To give to what's happening there. Alms, not arms. If you're neglecting the giving, the Most High said, if you give me your first, I'm going to make your vats overflow and your barns, this, that, and other. But every time they talk about giving, you get stingy. Your pocket get, I can't. I can't. I can't. Can't reach it. Can't reach it. Do not ridicule a person who is embittered in spirit. Why? For there is one who humbles and exalts. The Most High might be dealing with that person. You don't know. You're thinking that person is a lost cause. I hope they're never, but the Most High probably putting them through a humbling situation. And of course, you're going to get depressed because you're trying to figure out what's going on with you. Somebody might come along and say something, but you're not ready to receive what they're saying. So you got to sit there a while. So you don't say, well, they just do this and that. Man, I feel for them. I feel for them. That's why he says, if your brother's overtaken in fault, to do what? Those who are spiritual, go to them and what? Consider yourself. All right. Let's see what else. Refuse to utter any lie, for it is a habit that results in no good. Do not babble in the assembly of the elders, and do not repeat yourself when you pray. Do not hate hard labor or farm work, which was created by the Most High. Then where was Adam working at? In the plush office behind the computer with the AC? Or he was working in the garden? He says, so don't hate hard labor and farm work. Because guess what? We're going to be taking our swords and axes and all that equipment and turning them into what? Plowshares, which means you can have an oxen again, baby. Ain't no mechanical. There you go again. Yeah, mule. Yeah, get up, girl. Ain't no internet. He the internet. Your ruach is internet. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? I might be going too far. Do not enroll in the ranks of sinners. Remember that retribution does not delay. Yahuah is on your behind. It's coming. If they're going down and you with them, you going down. And you'll be talking about, yeah, it's me. I know it's you. I told you not to come over there. You know they was doing wrong, but you thought you can come up real quick. I can hit it right quick, get in, get back out. Humble yourself to the utmost, for the punishment of the unrighteous is fire and worms. And with that, speaking to you. Any questions? Yeah, I don't want no fire and worms either.
Sakamori,
Yes,
are you going to continue this lesson?
yeah, we got to talk about that. Get some more into that unrighteousness and that false humility.
Okay.
You want to do it next week? Give me a chance to give me a chance. Yes, you got to talk about that. I told you he bringing me to it. I told you we got to get out of that old mindset of what we were learning in Christianity, that name it and claim it thing. Calling things that are not as though the only person that can do that is the Most High. That's why he can't lie. It's impossible for him to lie, because whatever comes out of his mouth, it's got to happen. Whatever comes out your mouth may or may not.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I look forward to the next one. This has been very, very informative.
Hallelujah. Anybody else?
So just to confirm, you saying there's no law of attraction here?
You can work if that's what Elohim doing, you know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own Elohim. Why not me? That's what they say. So if that's it, let us stand and close out. I hope I said something to help somebody. I know it helped me. Father, thank you. Hallelujah.
Can Todah, all right? Very informative lesson. And,
Baruch Hashem Yahuah, hallelujah.
actually learned a little thing about pride today. Hallelujah.
Me too, brother.
All right, let's clear our hearts and minds as we go before our Yahuah. Baruch atah Yahuah Eloheinu melech haolam. Coming before you, Abba, as humbly as we know how. giving all thanks and honor and esteem unto your Kodesh name, Yahuah Sabaoth, thanking you for yet another day, another opportunity to be able to make our lives right with you. And we pray, Yahuah, for your mercy upon us for our sins and iniquities, all things in which we have said and done, thought that separate us from you. We ask and pray for the continued wisdom in which you impart into your servants. We ask and pray that you continue to guard the hearts and minds of our mores and continue to place the seed of your word within their heart and giving them the wisdom to be able to bring it forth in due season. We thank you, Yahuah, and say hallelujah. We ask and pray, Yahuah, for healing over your people, over all those who are in need right now, Yahuah, for these are some troubling times, but we know that you are in control and nothing happens without your consent. And for that, we are thankful, for we know that for all those who are obedient and walk in your truth, that there is protection, that there is healing, that there is a strengthening within them. And we ask and pray that you set your Malachim around us and before us. For only you know, Yahuah, where we are and where we are going, and we thank you. We ask and pray, Yahuah, for as we depart from this place and go back to our various dwellings, that you allow us safe travel and mercy and continue to keep your protective hand over each and every one of us. We ask and pray, Yahuah, for just the healing of your nation, of your people worldwide, for we are all in turbulent times. But we know the outcome. We know the end. We ask for the strength to be able to endure, to be able to overcome. We thank you for who you are. We love you. We baruch your Kodesh name, and we ask and pray these things of you in the name of your beloved Son and our King and our High Priest, Yahushua HaMashiach. Amen. Hallelujah. Selah.